Hello and welcome back to Civilization Beyond Earth Rising Tide Expansion. I am Chris Cavalier. So we're going through a tutorial on how to play Civilization Beyond Earth Rising Tide. And hopefully it's going alright with everybody. I will never claim to be a complete expert at any game I play. I try to have fun and I try to find, somewhat efficient methods of doing things. They may not totally make sense. Like right now, what do we have for military? We have a boat, we have a melee naval unit, and then we are working on a ranged land unit. So that's where we're currently at. We just spent all of our diplomatic capital. We are, however, saving up our energy for a big purchase that will be coming in 15 turns or less, depending on if we are able to rush our science to any degree. That may have been something that we could have done to improve things. So we're going to go ahead and fortify you so you can heal up. You need to get back to town to resupply. Let's see, you are just opening up tiles. I think we go ahead and get you go in this direction. Over there. And it feels like I'm looking from the orbital view as I've really zoomed out. Okay. Probably hit a bit of a lull. See, if I would have went 3 tiles, attack. We would have attacked. Okay, what do we want to do here? So we are working 4 tiles. Okay, we need to change this tile. I should have done that sooner. So you can see even I can make mistakes. The great and all-powerful. No, not really. So that was a slight faux pas on my part. A little bit embarrassing. Please tell no one. Okay, so you need to get back to town. The good news with all these guys in this area is it's not enough room for the siege worm to move in on our territory. So we are at turn 52. We still have not built a second city or had a colonist arrive. So that is somewhat of note. Okay, resource pod is way over there. It's interesting. Okay, I just ran my worker in the town. Did I want to do that? It's probably okay. You go in the town. I'm sending you right back out because I need you to do stuff. No. Yes. That's not my worker. Sometimes I get overzealous and I send the wrong guy out. So they are saying they want something from us. So they say all that. They say they get covert operations 25% faster. Well, they probably don't have covert operations as of yet. Although, I wonder if this is the faction that gets 1 free one. So they may have 1. But they're going to give us 9 capital. We'll take it. Like I said, I just say yes. I say yes, I see that number go up, and I know I can buy things. So that works out. When you're playing with other players, like multiplayer games, you may want to adapt a little bit different strategy depending on the game. I'm not gonna say I'm a multiplayer expert at the game, because I certainly do not play it very often. I mostly shoot, videos of games, and so doing those with other players can be fun. It just is typically not how I spend most of my time. Okay, so I want to get on... What tile do I want to work? So I have 4 3-food tiles. So, looking at a production tile is probably not a bad idea. That gold, I think that would probably give me some culture. I'm used to thinking of gold, and I'm thinking of, yes, lots of money, but in Beyond Earth, it's not really the big money. But there's that siege worm over there, and it's kind of annoying. Okay, so the Explorer, we may just send you up close, and then can bring you right back. think it's probably a wise decision. So you are healing, so we're good there. Oh, I need to get that resource pod. Okay, so we'll send our ranger down there. You know, it might be too late. Oh, look at that.
The temple doors of the protectorate are open.
All right, thanks. Thank you. I guess. Okay. So you know, I wanted to work that. Okay, so the siege worm was annoying me. And no, there's not a siege worm there, so we're going to go ahead. Go down here. We'll end up working that. You're going to jump in the water. And we're good. We're good. So our ranger is almost done. You know, I think I probably forgot to switch over what I wanted to do. Okay, so now you can see here that we're basically ran out of real estate. So I can't get to that. Which is okay, I guess. Lots of alien sea dragons there. So we're going to go ahead and go with the whole food production. Everybody likes to eat. Nobody can deny it. Okay, so we have a ranger now. So we're going to try to send our ranger... Okay, I need to figure out a way to get him down without getting killed. Maybe we throw you into the water immediately. Start some production. What do we want to work on next? So what I want to do is to be able to start attacking aliens. The siege worm, honestly, is a big pain in the butt. And I think to really go after the siege worm, we need to clear out all these other aliens, otherwise we're going to get swarmed. So you kind of have to save, I think we're going to save the siege worm for last. So what we need to do is we need to build up a way to deal with them. You know, we really could go heavy on the rangers and rely upon ranged attacks from our city, probably initially. But we probably want at least one soldier. So maybe I'll do one soldier and one ranger, and then we will start, you know, start making it happen. So we'll do that. Okay, so we ended up gaining another workable tile. What do I want to do? Do I want to do production, or do I want to go food? So that would be 15 turns until a new citizen is born. 23. Let's see, 7 turns. 8 turns. You know, let's go with the food. I think that'll work out. What do you want?
Just go on
My old buddy Samatar. Alright. I heard you. Oh, darn it. All that work for nothing. Okay, so we had one of the most annoying things in the game. The alien Kraken. He just basically moves through and just randomly destroys stuff, and if I try to go attack him, I can't attack him with that, so that is already one thing we can't do. Oh no, oh no, oh no. You are not going to get the thing I've been working on for 3 or 4 videos. I would bring down the wrath of the entire... See, 3 turns. Okay, good. We want to stay away from you. I don't think you move real fast, so we're probably okay. Okay, that's super annoying. Super annoying. Okay. The nice thing about the siege worm is he doesn't go into the water, which gives me an idea. That gives me an idea of how we could take him. So I want to go see what that tile is, and then we're going to go back. Back into the alien fray. See, if you go here, what are the odds? Yeah. Not too happy about that. We do have a quest decision here. Worker speed or food from recyclers. Worker speed or food from recyclers. The worker speed is pretty cool, especially when you're into heavy miasma or you're building really advanced terrain improvements. But I'm thinking the food is probably going to be a little bit better here. Is it really? I don't know. We kind of end up with a bunch of funky tiles over here. We're going to go with food. It's probably not that big a deal either way. You know that they're both good. I don't want to spend a lot of time debating about what I would do and what I wouldn't do with that. It's obviously I had to pause and think about it. I think the last game I played, I did take the worker speed, and it ended up being, you know, pretty nice actually. Was not too bad. So these guys are just going to kind of look around while we're building our additional soldiers. Oh, did someone clear a miasma tile there? I could actually move to that. I didn't realize there was 2 spots I could move to. Okay, aliens detected near Central. Thank you for that. Oh, hello. Nothing there. Okay. Where are we at? Okay, so we finished an expedition and we gained 1 population. Is that from you? It is from you. Well, it's a lot. I guess that's, you know, better than 47 turns to get a population. It took me about 20 turns or 25 turns with my explorer. So let's see here. What tiles are we working now? Okay, so he's on that one, so we can't work that one as when he's on it, so that is a little annoying. Let's see here. You are at 30 hit points. If I make a move this way, I mean, I potentially could get jacked. It, you know, it could happen. Oh, there's a resource pod there. That's kind of cool. So for you, if you move there, you can only move 1. This way I can go 2. Let's go for the 2 option. Resource pod. Like it. What's up there? Sometimes up in these nooks, they don't get explored real well. How are you doing, buddy? All right. Good to know. All right, 28 research. I like it. And now we can build colonists. Okay, where are you at for hit points? Are you at 20%? 20%, 20? We need to get you out of this mess. You... Okay. What do you get? 20 culture. Take it. Nothing up there. I'm just trying to keep this guy around us somewhat so he can rush back if we need him to. Okay, so we can pick a new technology. So planet survey, or planetary survey, is only really useful for aquatic cities. So if you're going to build aquatic cities, I would recommend picking it up. However, right now I do not see that in our foreseeable future. So we now have 3 options, or at least 3 options that I will consider. It's going to be engineering, genetics, ecology. We've kind of gone over the good and bad of all of them. So since we are going to build a colonist, you know, the combat rover could be good. The extra energy production would be good. You know, the ecology does have its usefulness, and we would be able to pick up. You know, I think we might have to go ecology. Let's see. Ecology or genetics is probably my next choice. So genetics would allow us to improve our health, because once we build our colony and get it up and running, our health is probably going to dip below a positive number. So it's not a huge factor in this game. It's not going to tell us exactly what's going to happen, but it will reduce our growth of our cities, of our outposts. What else will it reduces our food production a little bit. You know, it's not that drastic. In like Civ 5, it can be quite drastic when you're unhappy, and you can actually start having revolts and stuff. I think you can get down to maybe like minus 20 health before it starts to get really bad, whereas in Civ 5 you get below minus 10 and it starts to get bad. So we're not going to aim for minus 10. We're going to try to keep it, you know, positive to some degree. The question is, which one do we want to do first? So that'd be 28 turns. We'll probably have a colony up in the next 5 to 6 turns. We will have a city then in probably 15 to 16 turns, I'm guessing. Never really timed it that much. So if we went ecology first and then genetics, we're probably not going to be able to take advantage of the health bonuses in time to offset our colony. I mean, if we went ecology first and then genetics, let's go genetics first. I think that's alright. Hit next turn. Oh, darn it. Well, I guess I wanted to wait a turn anyways. That's okay. It's alright. Get out of the miasma, buddy. Get out. Get out with your 1 hit point. Or your 10 hit points, whatever you have. You know, we may go down here and check this out real quick and then start heading back. Okay, so now we have our soldier up. So now, why haven't I explored over here? Oh, because of that alien nest. So now what we need to do is decide where we're going to set down our colony. So there's a couple of things to factor in when we're going to place a colony. One, we want to make sure that it is fairly close to us. We don't want it overlapping us too much. So say if, you know, we can work up to 3 tiles away from our city, we don't want to build it here, because then they're going to have 3 tiles that are overlapping at least. It's probably going to be more like 5 or probably, is it 7? I don't know. It's going to be, you don't want them to overlap too much. So that is going to be a factor in what we do. Also, location can be very important. You know, on this map, the way things have gone, if we move him closer to Jiangsong, he is going to be upset. He's going to say, you're horking into my territory, yada yada yada. So that could be a concern. We don't want to run our colonists into any aliens. You know, if we move it over here, they will probably be upset. If we move it up here, no one would probably be upset. I just don't know what's up there. You know, I should take my ship over there. Yeah, this is a little bit more interesting than what I normally plan things out, or I don't know, this map has just kind of ended up where it's not been, you don't have an ideal location you want to go at. So I think I did say that this float stone was a 9, an 8. You know, maybe we want to go purity. We could work that float stone. We got that there. You got this one. What's this one? Another 8. So this one I'm thinking is probably not going to be, no one's going to be going after that direction right away, just because it's kind of up there, and you know, they're going to build close to where they're at. What I could do, and I know this is probably going to upset Jiangsong, is probably start building down this way. What if I build, see, I'm going to be able to work that tile, so closest I may want to go is, say, around in here. And I probably don't want to build there, because I'm going to lose a lot of range with my orbital, not my orbital, my city strike, with my counter bombardment, or I don't know what you want to call it. My city's ability to attack is probably going to be lessened. Oh, is that a... It's only a 2 for Axite. But I'm thinking if we move down here, you know, it's not the greatest tiles, but it does have some defensive usefulness. I don't know, it's going to be kind of weird. It's not going to be the greatest location. It's really going to upset him. So what we may do is build it and then just plan on going to war with him. And then he has a pretty good tiles. So I think that's what we're going to do. We will do that. So what we need to do is I wish I had you closer. So let's have you go down. It's really nice when their movement increases. Okay, you start going that way. Look for the Kraken. And then in here we are going to build our trade depot. Which you can't buy a trade depot, which is good to know. If you're ever looking to buy something, it's not in here. Okay, so you can buy a trade convoy. It just warns you that you don't have a trade depot yet, and you need a trade depot to do a trade convoy. So, what we want to do now is go in. Oh, I was like freaking out. Totally freaking out. So I went to purchase a colonist, and I saw 700. I'm thinking, that's way more expensive than it should be. But I am looking at the capital cost. So I don't have 700 capital, but I do have 470 energy. You are purchased. You are purchased. Okay, so he can't move yet. So you need to get to safety. Okay. Okay, so 30 culture from that derelict settlement. Okay, so they're respecting me because of my energy. So I'm gonna have you jump in. Oh, it's gone. It's gone. I should have looked before I look before you jump. Another good thing. Another good thing to do. Look before you jump. Gotta watch out for this Kraken wherever he is. That is something that we could easily run into and ruin our party quickly. Wonder where he went. Kind of just curious where he is now. Okay, we can go ahead and pick up a virtue. So we're 2 away from potentially having a free virtue. 2 away from having a plus 10% bonus for energy. So what were we doing? So we did pick up our combat bonus. You know, we could pick up our combat strength versus aliens, and then we could definitely go with the science bonus. I like it. We're going to do that. So it's going to make it so we don't get that immediately, but I want to really get that before I start fighting, or at least close to. What did we go with our personality trait? So we went with the purchasing. Okay. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and end our turn. That is a lot of aliens. Man, I feel like an idiot for jumping in the water there. Serves me right. Okay, so I am going to want to bring a worker down to this new outpost, I think. Let's see here. I also want to get you over there so I can have some eyes. You know, where is this Kraken at? It's kind of scaring me. Oh, what are you doing? Chung-Su gunboat. I know all about you. Also makes me really scared to put my colonists in the water. Oh, I guess I could go out there and start repairing things. Not necessarily what I wanted to do. What are you doing? This isn't your area. What's your operating number? You're not from around here. Okay, I got a little funky with my... Don't go clicking all over the place when it's the end of your turn. Lesson learned. Okay, your gunboat are starting to annoy me. There's one of the drones. If you can get one of those things are awesome for scouting. And again, you can get one of those from an expedition of alien remains or the alien skeleton. Okay, so you have to watch out for all this stuff. You can probably... What's your problem? There you go. So you... I could do... and both put them up there. I'm kind of worried about this Chung Soup gunman might do. He can't take out my patrol boat, but the question is, does he have anything out here that could come in here and, you know, jack me up? So I may have to do something like this, do something like that, just to make sure he doesn't ruin my day. Okay, it looks like he's just kind of doing a, oh, what do they call that? Cartography, some geographical surveying, whatever. Oh. Don't run into him, please. Okay, so repairing is going to take us 4 turns. You can hopefully sneak back into town. Okay, so you got there first. That's alright. You will continue over this way. Yeah, this is going to upset them pretty bad. Let's see, if you go in the water, can you actually double up with him? You can. You do that. Then you go there. I think that'll work. You sit still, just hitting the space bar, do nothing. Since they can't actually fortify. Look at all those aliens, this is crazy. It's crazy talk. Okay. Okay, so now you can get out of there. Let's have you go to the water. You just inch over that way. Space bar, you're good. You can go up there. You are going to have to inch your way closer. So typically I don't move my first outpost close to another city, but kind of just happened that way. Okay, so we have a trade slot available. So you're going to go in here. I think I might just have you rest up. You, where can you go? I think that was probably covered by aliens. This one I don't think is, so we might go that way. And hopefully the Kraken is not around. Okay, so where is our best option? So what's this? Copper. So if we build, say, over here somewhere. Oh boy, where do we want to? How do we want to do this? What was I was liking that float stone is what I was liking, right? So that float stone. So that means this float stone I would like to get within my range. You know, right here seems like a better spot as far as proximity to things. What's this? Is that xenomass? Yeah, we just got a whole bunch of stuff that would get within the range. Obviously, we're not going to get that algae. And if we start here, we also have this coral starting off. Of course, I could buy. You know, we may build here. This actually could give us some protection, too. Let's do that. It's not... I don't know if it's the greatest idea ever, but I think it's what we're going to do. And then you, I'm going to send you out. Let's see if I can't figure out where this Kraken is so I can move him. So you can fortify, sit tight. I think I'm going to have you just kind of get out, get over there as well. Get away from the siege worm as much as possible. Okay, so now what do we want to start building next? I think we're going to go with the trade convoy. Yeah, we're going to go with the trade convoy. And I have a specific reason for that. How much do they cost to buy? 370, which we don't have. 550, which we don't have. That's okay, we'll just start building it. So right now, when we build this colony, Okay, that guy's going around shooting stuff, so it means he's fairly... He probably has some XP. So he could be fairly dangerous. What I am most afraid of is that they will attack immediately. That they'll be so upset, so incensed with rage, that they'll just come and attack us and wipe us out easily. You know, I think it's a pretty legitimate concern. I'm just going to kind of go scout real quick. I don't know where that Kraken went. Okay, so here we go. This could be really bad. Sure, I'll start. We got another soldier too. That's kind of cool. So maybe we will send you up on the hill. And then you will put up on the float stone. So they will definitely come and say something. Okay, they didn't say anything, but... yeah, they're not happy. They did not like that move. You can see right here, your relationship with Han Jae Moon is in danger. Let's go take a look at it. So we got 3 and 3. And yeah, he's not real happy. I wonder if we can change our relationship. Probably not. So it hasn't degraded to sanctioned yet. So basically there's going to be 4 different, I don't know what you want to call states of your relationships. There's allied, there's cooperative, there's sanctioned, and then there's war. So right now he's still cooperative. He'll probably go to sanctioned fairly soon. I don't think he's going to be very happy with this generally. So what we're going to do is make sure we have a good defensive setup. And you just keep on repairing. Where can you get? Not so excited about sending you out here now, but I gotta do something with you. You know, and I may... So I could camp out near him, but the problem with that is sometimes if you actually go near him when your relationship's deteriorating, they will attack you. They will let you know their displeasure. I probably could do a little bit more scouting this way and see what's going on. See if there's any good choke points, like trying to get them to go onto the miasma, which is always kind of a... It says, your colony has so many cities to visit. Reminds me of our old home. That's kind of interesting. So what I can do is I can kind of do like a little peeking game. Oh, hello. Oh, goodbye. So that may be something that I do, because they're going to be able to take out that outpost really easy. You know, maybe I should just camp them in front here. I don't know if there's a good way to do it. But I definitely want to make sure they don't march anybody up here. The good news, if they just have a gunboat, they can't actually... Well, I guess they could take the city. It's just less than ideal. Well, actually, they wouldn't take it, because they only could shoot from a range. They would lower its defenses, but they can't actually take the city like that. I guess I'm not seeing any military units. That's always a good sign. It's always funny when an alien's stuck on an island like that. It's really bad when you find alien bones on an island and you get it and you like get this cool alien and then you can't have nowhere to move them because they can't swim. It's something that should be noted. Aliens can't swim. At least the terrestrial aliens won't go in the water. Okay, what do I want to do with you? What should we have you do? I don't want to blindly click off in the distance and then have you get all jacked up. I can have you go over there. I think I may do that. Well, it's still relatively safe. Let's see, what if you went there? So if you went there, they could go there and there. There. Yeah, they won't be able to actually... And I think that's probably about as good a spot as any. So we'll put you to sleep there. You're my ranger. And I don't know how important it is to have you sitting in the city. You may just stay there. They could still bring a vehicle at me and try to run me over with it, but I'm not too worried. See, right here I'm getting to the point where I could get trapped and have to backtrack across miasma or something. Oh, look at that, we got aliens. Oh, get away from him. So, you may just stay put you on alert. It's probably a good way to go. We'll see where this relationship goes with Jiang Sang. Okay, so what else can I do over here? Probably not much. I probably should just back up. I don't want to go up there and annoy them. Rub it in their face. 8 turns. Okay, you are repaired. You know, I could bring you down. You could start working some of these tiles. And maybe I want... No, I'm not going to do that. If I lose the worker, I lose the worker. So you can continue over like that. Don't even think it, Franco-Iberian explorer. Look at all those aliens.
You go to war with this.
I don't think I'm going to war. I think that was just part of the conversation they were having. Okay, so that should be grayed out. It's kind of a bug, I think. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hurry up and do my trade convoy here. So I can change the origin city, or I can establish a trade route. So what you can do with your trade route, I could do one of two things. I could send it to Axiom, which is my new city, or my new outpost, and increase its growth rate by 50%. That is good to know. The other cool things that you can do, which right now doesn't mean much, I could go to Jiangsang. I'd probably improve my relation with them. They, however, would be getting a lot more energy from me than I from them. Tiangong, they would be getting a better deal from me than I getting from them. Adept Blue, the question is, do we have a quest with Adept Blue? Research Computing, not that. What's this one? Ultrasonic Fence, okay, I gotta remember that one. Worm Killing, so I don't have a quest with them. If I held on to my convoy, I probably would. And this is all kinds of ugly here. I think the aliens might jack me up. So what I may do is just send it to Axiom, and hopefully it survives. I've actually never had one of my trade routes plundered by aliens. I'm sure there's going to be someone out there that could say, it happens to me all the time. But for some reason, it just never happens. Then again, I usually don't have... I'm not surrounded like that. Okay, so we're going to get you going down. We need to keep on building stuff. So our health is okay, but right now I think we need soldiers because we need to start clearing out these aliens. I know I got all those guys, and then I ended up building in a spot where I have to defend. Makes it a little annoying, a little awkward. A gunboat would be a great thing to have, but I don't think I can quite afford it. Let's go ahead and go with the Ranger. And if we have to, maybe we'll just start attacking aliens with the city and with the Ranger. And we can probably start wiping them out slowly. I don't know if they'll actually come in and attack as full on. Let's see, from this point, let's go with ecology. The reason I'm going with ecology is because I'm hoping I can get this ultrasonic fence and I can get a quest that will allow our trade routes. Actually, that quest would be nice in itself, but the ultrasonic fence will also keep the aliens out, which I usually don't worry about because I kill the aliens and then you don't have to worry about them. That's usually the way that kind of works out. It's just not... It's not happening. Okay, so Explorer, we're going to send you down. And I think we're probably getting to the point where I probably should say, let's take a break. So we did get a colony built. So it's growing pretty fast. It's growing at twice its normal rate. Let's see here. So here is a way that we can get an extra expedition module, or we can get a +1 science from laboratories. You know, I think we're going to go with the extra module because we're playing on normal difficulty, which allows us a little bit of latitude with the science. We don't have to worry about bumping it up so much, and we can get it other ways as well. So we may just go with the extra expedition module. Also allow us not having to run our guys back and forth so much. See, what can you do? You can get to the coral, and then you can go ahead. What's coral? What's this tile going to give us? 1 food, 1 production, 1 energy, 1 culture. You know, oh, that would be a culture tile, but I think we need to go with the food. Food's always a popular choice. I'd like to thank you all for watching as I run a tutorial on Civilization, Beyond Earth, Rising Tide. Maybe I just need to cut down that whole explanation. Just a Civilization Beyond Earth. It's obviously Rising Tide. You can really see how the game changed with the water tiles especially. It's really, I don't know, I think the game looks really beautiful. I mean, that's actually one thing I like about it over Civilization 5, and Civilization 5 is not a bad-looking game at all. I mean, I like that game a lot. But I think this one looks pretty exceptional. Has a very alien appearance to it, which is always, you know, which was obviously what they were trying to do. Let's go ahead and do this quest decision, and I think we'll go ahead and stop. Let's see, I think we're thinking purity, so this is saying, hey, do you want to go purity or supremacy, or do you want to go harmony? I don't think we're going to go harmony. Although it kind of seems like it, since we have aliens all over the place, but... Build a recycler, we already did that. Continue purity, or go supremacy. You know, I think we're going to go purity. The reason that I'm thinking purity is that we have some float stone opportunities that are pretty good. You know, there is some ferraxite, it's just not in very large quantities. I don't think. What's this one? Well, that one's 9. What's that? 2. What's this one? But that one's only 2. 2. You know, so I guess there are options. You know, we can always do a bit of a hybrid as well. But I think I may go purity for right now. So let's go ahead and go do purity. It's saying build 3 soldier units. I wonder if that's going to update. I wonder if that updates a little bit. Because we've already built some. Nope, so I got to build 3 more. So there we go. So we are on our way down the purity line. We still don't have a level and an affinity. Probably will be getting there soon. We had 11 turns to get ecology. We will have a city probably in 2 turns, which I think is a little bit sooner than I had expected. Jiang Sang is probably going to be very upset at us, probably going to consider a war with us due to proximity. We can try to stay that off if we use some diplomacy, or if we actually just go and attack him, which we may do. We may actually do that before we get to attacking the aliens, which is going to be very backwards to what I normally do. But right now, they're not looking that strong. There's a gunboat running around, but I haven't seen any soldiers, so that may be what we do. I don't know, we'll take a look at it. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Please leave a like in the comments if you liked the video, or if you have any comments, please leave that as well, especially any alternative suggestions for a new player starting out in the game, as this is supposed to be a tutorial. I'm not playing in a very competitive type of mode, so that should be noted, and hopefully you're all learning something. If you're not, you know, then maybe you shouldn't be watching. Anyways, thanks, and I'll catch you in the next video.